Dr. Seuss, a Biosketch by Mallory Van Doren. Theodore Seuss Geisel was born on March 2, 1904 in Springfield, Massachusetts, to Henrietta Seuss Geisel and Theodore Robert Geisel. His father and grandfather managed the family brewery while his mother stayed at home taking care of Theodore and his sister Marnie. Theodore's most fond memories as a child were those of his mother using rhymes to help him fall asleep each night. He says that these memories are what give him the ability and desire to create his own. As a teenager, Theodore left home to attend Dartmouth College in Hanover, New Hampshire in 1921. There he became editor-in-chief of the college's humor magazine, the Dartmouth Jack-O-Lantern. Theodore and his friends were caught having a drinking party during the period of Prohibition, which led to his title of editor-in-chief being revoked. This is when he began signing his work Seuss so that he was still able to make contributions to the magazine. This was the first known documentation of Theodore going by his pen name, which is also his and his mother's middle name. After his graduation in 1927, Theodore Seuss Geisel transferred to the Oxford University in England. It was his father's dream for him to become a college professor. There he met his wife, Helen Palmer, who was also a children's author. They were married in 1927. Shortly after he began classes at Oxford, he became bored and decided that he would rather tour England instead. Although he never finished his degree, it is said that the doctor in his pen name, Dr. Seuss, symbolizes his father's unfulfilled hopes that Theodore would earn a doctorate degree at Oxford. When he returned to the United States after his trip around Europe, Theodore began his career as a cartoonist. Although the Saturday Evening Post and some other newspapers published some of his early work, the majority of his time and effort was devoted to creating advertisements for Standard Oil for over 15 years. While Theodore was making many contributions to magazines such as Vanity Fair, Life, and Judge, Viking Press offered him a contract illustrating a collection of children's sayings called Boners. Although the sayings were not a huge success, they helped get him his first huge break into the industry with a book that he wrote and illustrated called And to Think That I Saw It on Mulberry Street. And to Think That I Saw It on Mulberry Street was a story written about a boy named Marco who took a walk down Mulberry Street, which was a road located only a few blocks away from Theodore's childhood home in Springfield, Massachusetts. As the boy is walking, he thinks of an exciting and elaborate story to tell his father about what he saw on his walk, but instead he just tells him the truth about what he really saw. It is said that the story was written to explain how Theodore felt about that adults did not support children's imaginations. And to Think That I Saw It on Mulberry Street was rejected almost 30 times before being published by the Vanguard Press. After World War II, Theodore and his wife moved to La Jolla, California, where he continued to write more children's books. Some of these books included If I Ran the Zoo, Scrambled Egg Super, On Beyond Zebra, If I Ran the Circus, and How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Around this time, Life magazine published an article on literacy among school-age children. The article stated that children were not learning to read because the books they were reading were too boring. This is when Theodore wrote The Cat in the Hat, using 250 words that his publisher felt were important for new readers to be able to read. This book was the first of many that were published with the Random House Publishing Company. After his first wife, Helen, died in 1967, Theodore married an old friend, Audrey Stone Geisel, who had a huge influence on most of his later books. When Theodore Seuss Geisel died on September 24, 1991, he had written and illustrated 44 children's books. His books have been translated into more than 15 languages and are sold in countries throughout the world. Over 200 million copies of his popular books are in classrooms and homes everywhere. His works have also been made into 11 TV shows, a Broadway musical, and one full-length movie. During his lifetime, Theodore received 2 Academy Awards, 2 Emmy Awards, a Peabody Award, and the Pulitzer Prize. Dr. Seuss will forever be in the hearts of children as well as adults all around the world. Today you are you. That is truer than true. There is no one alive who is youer than you.